Guys, Deluded, welcome back. Thank you very much for tuning back into YouTube's Lucas Torreira. It's a pleasure to have you guys. Now, where was I? Cracking on with this vid. I'm sure a lot of you, obviously, you enjoyed the World Cup. It ended in heartbreak for us with England crashing out. But you look forward to the future in regards to the current crop, those that are still old enough that can be used for probably 2020 and the World Cup on in 2022. You want to see a lot of young players blooded, and for me, I'm keen to see which young players will get brought in the next month or so, or not even the next month, out into the next year, or just who's going to be in regards to Gareth Southgate's planning in regards to the future of England. Because I don't want to say there is a good group of players, because there is, but there's a myth that we haven't been producing players. I mean, even if you look at Connor Wickham and Benik Afobe's age at the time when they won their, I think it was the under-17s World Cup at the time, there was talented players. I do think from probably Callum Hudson-Odoi's age group to up to Reece Nelson or so, there's an extremely different sort of quality of player. I do believe that collectively, but we've always been developing players. The pathway's been the issue. This video isn't the pathway, so we don't need to speak about that. But I want to see who's going to get called up. I'm very excited to see who could possibly get called up, because for me, just a couple of names, you'd probably think Ryan Sessegnon probably the first on a lot of people's lips after having such a good championship season and things, and getting promoted with Fulham. Probably wouldn't. I can see why he'd get called up, because he is the future. But on current form, I don't think he probably warrants a call up. I'd call up Maddison of Leicester. I've been impressed with him. I probably have, maybe if I don't call up Chilwell, Ben Chilwell be in my thinking. I'd actually call up Damari Gray. I think he's going to have a good season and he's going up a level in my opinion. Lewis Cook's form's been a bit indifferent. I think Will Hughes of Watford's been good, so possibly he can get a call up. If Reece Nelson goes to Germany and does complete this Hoffenheim move, possibly similar to Jadon Sancho, he can get into the thinking. For me, if Jadon Sancho is not in that England squad, there's a serious problem, because he's, 2 assists and 2 appearances so far, and he looks to be one for the future. Who else have you got? You've got Bersako of Palace, probably too early, but him and Trent Arnold could fight each other. Keen to see my man Joe Gomez after the heartbreak of being injured and missing out at the World Cup, being bossed back into this side. There's a lot of collective talent that could get called up. Obviously, you got young Foden, who's not really a main part of the City side, but will undoubtedly be called up and undoubtedly has a big future. I'm not too sure if he's messing with the Championship like that, but then you've got Mason Mount, who's bagging goals for Derby. Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Tammy Abraham are not really involved so far in the season for Chelsea, so we'll see what happens there. But there's a lot of group of players around. Even Callum Hudson-Odoi, I mean, if Sancho can do it, so could he if he gets game time, but Chelsea's a different beast. And there's obviously a lot of names, give or take, that I haven't actually said. Or can't remember, so we'll see what happens in that department. But I'm keen to see what happens, people, man. It's exciting for me. If Sancho is not in that latest England side, there's a problem, especially when you consider this is the perfect chance to blood these new group of players, in my humble opinion. I've got nothing more to say on this front, guys. I just thought quick vid, man. If it was me, Maddison Maddison, Damari Gray, and Sancho would be the three. I'd probably, if I was Southgate, would be definitely called up for me, anyways. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens. Joe Gomez as well, but he's more or less a senior player now. There's no need to include him. Same goes for Loftus-Cheek, really. But yeah, man, guys, Deluded, get in the comments, subscribe, and do the rest. I'm out. Oh, and just before I go, just a quick note that the group that won the Under-17s World Cup, for me, they're the ones I'm excited about the most. Callum Hudson-Odoi, Angel Gomez, Emil Smith-Rowe, who else was there? I'm so sure Jonathan Panzo was of Monaco, formerly of Chelsea, was there. There's a couple players that were there. Like they're the group. Naya Kirby. I really hope he busts through at Palace and gets his chance this year if possible. That group is probably the one I'm looking at. The Foden's part of that as well. They're the ones I'm most excited about, because I believe them lot there, they're all going to have good futures. Even Danny Loader of Reading, he'd be worth a couple big clubs buying him and putting him in their academy level. Who knows what could happen. There's nothing more to add on that front, man. So, guys, let me get out of your hair. Guys, Deluded, get in the comments, subscribe, and do the rest if you wish. I'm out.